Good morning, my lovely students. I hope that you guys are just doing fine. Today, we are going to proceed with our section regarding Unit 7, which is Use Your English section. Yesterday, we had an explanation regarding its parts, and we have solved a couple of exercises regarding it. Today we are going to make a quick revision, okay? And then we will continue answering the questions in your students and work. So today it will be a participation class also. You guys have to participate. I'll take marks. If I ask a question, please just raise your hands and I'll choose from you guys. For the meanwhile, let me have let us have a quick revision regarding what we took yesterday. So let's start. I'm going to ask a couple of questions and please raise your hand if you want to answer. Use Your English section or it consists two parts. The first one is collocations and expressions, and the second part was about prepositions. And when I say collocations and expressions, we know that we have words in English. These words, every single word has a specific meaning. And if I put these words together, they will form us a new meaning. This new meaning is called an expression or a collocation. We form these expressions and collocations in order to put them or to use them in certain situations and actions, and to put them in our sentences, which we want them to have a new meaning and to give a new idea for us. So we got introduced yesterday to a couple of collocations and expressions. Who can give me one of these collocations and its meaning? So, okay, give me one. And what does this collocation mean, ya Yusuf? Let's start with the gentleman. Yalla, Yusuf. يوسف.
مش صوتك ما كان عندي واضح، ممكن
Teacher,
تعيد
can you
السؤال؟
hear me?
All right, yes, I will repeat my question. Who can give me one of the expressions or one of the collocations that we took yesterday and its meaning?
Teacher.
Yes, Yusuf.
Okay. Like to be in deep water, it means to be in problem.
To be in a problem or in difficulty. Thank you, ya Yusuf. Who else? Zena, go ahead, dear.
A ray of sunshine, and it means something that makes you happier.
Thank you,
Or
dear.
a place that
yes.
Okay.
Yes. Continue, dear.
And a place that cheerful.
That is
Cheerful
more
place.
Yes, that is a more cheerful place. So it's regarding someone or something that makes you happier or makes the place around you more cheerful. More cheerful. Thank you, Yazena. Juan, give me another expression. Yalla.
Such as under the weather. When someone says that he or she is under the weather, they mean that they are ill.
They are ill. Thank you. They are ill or sick. Yes. Thank you, dear. Vicky.
Yes, teacher. To have your head in the cloud, meaning
Your head in the clouds. Yes.
To be daydreaming and not buying attention
Paying.
what is happening or being said.
or being said. Thank you. So to be in
Welcome.
daydreaming and not paying attention to what happened or what is being said. Thank you, ya Vicky. Let's go to Noor.
Welcome, teacher.
As fast as lightning, which means so quick. Or
Thank
fast.
you. Yes, dear. It means so quick. As a Noor.
Sorry, teacher, what did you say?
Okay, as quick as what? Maybe we can say another synonym for lightning.
Flash.
A flash, yes. Or
Teacher,
I
can help her. A wink.
a wink. Thank you, dear. All right. Let's go to فرح. ما سمعنا صوتك. يلا.
To throw caution to the wind.
Mm-hmm.
And it means to do things without caring about the consequences and risking it.
Yes, thank you, dear. Yes, thank you, thank you. All right, let's go to the second part of our revision for today, which is regarding preposition. So who can define preposition for me? Define a preposition. I want new hands. Yalla, it's a participation class. Zaina, go ahead, dear.
Preposition, it's a word that indicates relationships between other words in a sentence or another element.
With what? With the nouns or
With the nouns or
pronoun?
what? Yes, teacher.
Yes, with nouns or pronouns. So it is the relationship between the noun or a pronoun and other parts of our sentences. And our parts of our sentences, thank you. Who can give me a couple of these prepositions? Yalla, let me see. Yusuf, give me.
With, at, from, into, during, including.
Thank you.
Until.
Juan, give me a couple.
On and for, by, at,
Thank you.
including.
Vicky.
Yes, teacher. About, like, over, before, between, after, since.
يعني عليك يا Vicky. Thank you. Noor.
Welcome, teacher.
Before, between, after, since, without, under.
يعني عليك أنت فرح.
Until, against, among, throughout, upon, under, up, but, expect, except.
Thank you, dear. Yes, okay, that was amazing. I can see that you guys are following with me. So now let's go to our student books on page 91 in order to discuss our exercise there. Exercise C, let me share with you the page in order to start solving our exercises. So look here, I want you to look at this slide before, because these are the prepositions that we are going to be using for our exercise, which are on, off, or of, from, by, and down. Okay, these are the ones that we are going to be using. Let's go to our book, page 91. Use your English, and we are done with exercises A and B, and now we'll go to exercise C. And please, this is a very important exercise. Okay, mark it as a very important exercise. Who would like to start? The instruction says that complete the exam task. Remember to read the text first to get a general understanding. For questions 1 through 8, read the text below and think of a word which best fits each gap. Okay, think of a preposition. Use only one word in each gap, so we cannot repeat it. Okay, we just have to use I mean, we can repeat the preposition, but there's just one preposition that fits in the gap. There's just one preposition. Who would like to start reading? And you have to read slowly, okay, and in a high voice in order to explain our paragraph, because it's a very interesting paragraph. Let's see in here. I'd like to start with let me see يلا يا جوان سمعينا حبوبتي.
يلا مس. Super volcano. Super volcanoes are probably the most destructive force the planet. There aren't many of them.
Okay, thank you. Okay, everyone who reads, please stop on the period. Okay, so آخر إشي كان هنا the planet. Okay, so let's go again. يا جوان, super volcanoes are probably the most destructive. What's the meaning? Okay, if I am asking about a meaning, you can all answer, okay? But if I want you to fill in the gap, I will choose it from you guys. Deal? اتفقنا؟
Okay,
Deal.
teacher.
Okay,
Okay,
so
teacher.
what is the meaning of destructive?
مدمر.
مدمر, thank you. Okay, damaging. Yes, thank you, Yazena. Force, Juan, what was the answer, dear?
Super volcanoes are probably the most destructive force in the planet.
N? Are you sure?
The
في
no teacher.
في ولا على?
On the planet.
On the planet, yes, it's on the planet. Super volcanoes are probably the most destructive, my bad, force on the planet. يعني على الكرة الأرضية أو على البلانت الكوكب. Thank you, dear. Let's continue, and I will have. Let me see hands. يلا. I want to see new hand. We have Jessica. يلا يا Jessica.
Yes, teacher. Okay, there aren't many of them, but if one erupt, it would almost erupt. It would almost
Certainly.
create
Threaten.
threaten
Threaten. Uh-huh.
the survival of the human race.
The survival.
Of the human race.
يعني عليكي. Let's go back. There aren't many of them. But if one erupts, what's the meaning of erupts?
Explode.
ينفجر, explodes, yes. It would almost certainly threaten. What's the meaning of threaten?
يهدد.
يهدد, نعم. The survival of the human race. What does this sentence mean?
حياة الإنسان.
حياة
بحياة الإنسان.
البشرية. Yes, حياة البشرية. The human race للسلالة البشرية. Thank you, dears. Let's continue the largest, and I'll have, let me see hands. يلا. Natalie. يلا يا Natalie.
The largest supervolcano eruption happened about 74,000 years ago in Lake Toba, Sumatra.
Sumatra, yes, dear.
Sumatra. The eruption was so huge that the ground was covered with 35 centimeters of ash, was far as 2,500 kilometers away from the volcano.
Thank you, dear. It was away from the volcano or from the volcano. Let's go back. The largest super volcano. See here, we are using what grammar lesson in here a lot? What are you using?
Superlative and comparative.
Yes, because here at first we said the most destructive, and now we are saying the largest, so this is a superlative, the superlative form of comparison. Thank you, guys. ممتازين. And what's the meaning? Okay, look here, the largest super volcano eruption happened about 74,000 years ago in Lake Toba, Sumatra. Does anyone know where Sumatra is located? The location is of Sumatra? Yes, no, maybe? All right, I will tell you. Okay, I'll tell you. It's in Indonesia. Be Indonesia, okay?
Indonesia.
Yes, it's in Indonesia. The eruption was so huge. What's the meaning of huge?
ضخم.
Giant.
Thank you. That the ground was covered with 35 centimeters of ash. What's the meaning of ash?
رماد.
رماد.
الرماد. Thank you. And here, what do we have in here as far as? What is this?
comparative
Comparative, and it
Similar.
means that what?
similar هذا similar
يعني عليك يعني
They are
عليك.
the same.
Yes, that they have the same quality, that they are similar in some way. Thank you, guys. I am very happy with your answers. Okay, 2,500 kilometer away from the volcano, بعيد عن البركان. Thank you. Who would like to continue? Let me see hands in here. مهنا, يلا يا مهنا.
Yes.
The
The
blast.
blast also had a huge effect on global temperature.
Temperatures.
Temperatures,
Uh-huh.
which dropped.
Okay,
On.
which dropped
by
around 5 Celsius. All right,
Celsius.
thank you, يا مهنا. Yes, the blast. What's the meaning of blast?
انفجار.
Thank you.
الانفجار.
Thank you. Also had a huge effect. What does the word effect mean?
يعني زي تأثير.
تأثير, have an impact, influence. Yes, ممتازين. On global temperatures. What's the meaning of global temperatures?
درجة الحرارة.
حرارة.
اوكي, اللي ايش بتكون global؟
بالغلاف الجوي.
Yes, اللي هي العالمية أو بالغلاف. Thank you. Which dropped. What's the meaning of drop?
سقط.
نزلت.
اللي هي yes انخفضت. By around هنا ايش يعني toward. هنا by حكيت لكم امبارح. I told you yesterday that some prepositions might have more than one meaning. So here when I say dropped by around, it means باتجاه toward. Okay, ما اجت هنا بواسطة by. Okay, as I say مثلا I go to school by bus. Okay, no, here it had a different meaning which was towards انه باتجاه انه هنا نزلت لحد معين which is 5 Celsius. Okay, look here. Who can continue reading? Can you please, Farah, read until the last of the paragraph? This?
Yes, teacher. This drop in temperatures was devastating, and scientists have discovered that it caused the summers in Europe to be freezing cold and also had a catastrophic effect on animals and plant life.
All right, thank you, dear. Who can explain this sentence for me? Who can explain
Can
it?
I teach it?
Yes, go ahead.
Teacher in English?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, this temperature, which is so low, was so devastating. Means it made scientists confused, and they discovered that it caused the summer in Europe to be very cold, and also had a catastrophic effect on animals and plant life. It made animals and plants life more difficult, and it affected on their lives badly.
Yeah, عيني عليكي. Thank you. So here you can notice the difference, between the normal volcanoes and the super volcanoes. Once I hear the word volcano, it means a very high temperature. It means that we have lava. It means that, the weather is very hot. But regarding super volcanoes, in here, it is the opposite action. How is that? Because, the super volcano drops the global temperature, at around 5 Celsius. the summer of this place or of that place will be a freezing cold summer. Have you ever heard of a cold summer, guys?
No.
عمركم
No,
سمعتوا بأنه الصيف والله كان بارد كان freezing? No.
No.
Yeah, so this was a catastrophic natural disaster. Okay, a catastrophic إنه عملت إيش؟ كارثية. كارثية. It was a tragic. Okay, another word, a synonym for catastrophic is tragic. يعني إشي كارثي مأساوي. Effect on animals and plant life. اللي أثرت, it had a bad impact on the lives of animals and plants. So on everything in the world, on the human being, on animals, and on plants. And also, I believe, on the environment itself. على البيئة نفسها, on the environment itself. All right, let's continue super volcanoes, and I'll have, let me see here. Noor, would you like to read? Yeah.
Yes. Supervolcanoes differ from normal ones in many ways. A normal volcano is a cone-shaped, and when it erupts, the lava bursts out of the top and flows down the sides.
Thank you, dear. So here our gap will be filled with the preposition down. Let's go back. Supervolcanoes differ. What's the meaning of differ?
They're different.
يختلف.
They are different. Yes, مختلف from normal ones in many ways. What are these ways? Let me see. Or let us see. A normal volcano is cone-shaped. What's the meaning of cone-shaped?
هرمي.
مخروطي.
هرمي يعني يوسف قربنا.
مخروطي.
يعني عليك هلا the cone of the ice cream. اوكي اللي هو ايش بيكون الشكل المخروطي, right?
Yes, teacher.
Yes, and when it erupts the lava bursts out. ايش يعني bursts out?
تخرج منه.
Yes, it
Go
comes out of the top and flows down the sides. What's the meaning of flows?
تتدفق.
يعني عليك يا يوسف, يتدفق من ايش؟ down the sides, على الجوانب.
حواف.
Thank you. This is what? This is the normal volcano. This is the normal volcano. Let's have a look at the super volcano. Who would like to read? Let me see. اليوم we just have one gentleman who is participating. Okay, who didn't answer?
Teacher, I read, but I didn't answer.
Okay, Farah, go ahead. Yeah.
On the other hand, supervolcanoes from underground. Magma slowly rises from a hot spot deep down in the earth.
حتى كمان هنا يا فرح you can't answer. You just read. Okay, go ahead, dear.
Until eventually hundreds of thousands of years later, an enormous blast occurs.
Okay, thank you, Farah. On the other hand, supervolcanoes form underground. So where are supervolcanoes formed?
Under the ground?
Under
the ground.
Yes. And what's the meaning of magma?
Lava?
Yes.
Lava.
Lava. All right. See how they are formed. Magma slowly. So it's the opposite of the normal volcanoes. Normal volcanoes go fast, right?
Yes.
But here, the super volcano, the magma slowly rises from a hot spot deep down because it's underground in the earth until eventually. What's the meaning of eventually?
براكين عملاقة.
No, eventually. Finally. يعني وأخيرا.
مؤخر.
Yes.
مؤخر.
Yes. Finally. And what part of a speech is it?
Adverb.
It's an adverb. Thank you, dears. Yes. Until eventually hundreds of thousands of years later, an enormous. What's the meaning of enormous?
متعلق.
Huge.
A huge ضخم blast occurs يعني يحدث happens. All right, so Here, look, the magma slowly rises. It's the opposite of the normal volcano. Okay, slowly rises from the bottom, from down in the earth, okay, until it reaches the top, and it's eventually, and this takes hundreds of thousands of years, and then an enormous, a huge, a very large blast, okay, explosion occurs, happens. Let's go to the next paragraph, and here I'll have Diala.
One of the largest supervolcanoes that exists today is in the Yellowstone National Park, USA.
Thank you, dear. So here our gap will be filled with the preposition of. برضه here, what is the grammar that we use when I said the largest?
Superlative.
Superlative.
Thank you. That exists with the meaning of exists.
موجودة.
يعني عليك يا زينة. Yes, today is in Yellowstone. There is a park, okay, in USA that's called Yellowstone National Park. All right, let's proceed. Let me see here. Let's proceed. I want new hands. يلا يلا أنا كأني شفت سارة بس بعدين هلا منزلة إيدها. شو يا سارة؟ Would you like to answer?
Yes, teacher.
Yes, go ahead, dear. Yeah.
When scientists were doing research on the volcano, they were really surprised by what they found.
يعني عليكي, but they were really surprised by what they found. So because of this event or of this catastrophe, okay, they made researches. They made researches on the volcano. They were really surprised, and they were surprised. Jenny, surprised.
متفاجئين.
متفاجئين.
By what they found, okay, they were surprised regarding the results. Let us see what they were surprised about. Basically, what's the meaning of basically?
إيش بالأساس أو إيش زي هيك.
Yes, بالأساس, yes. Who is opening the mic? Can you please mute your mics, dears? Okay. All right. Let's see who would like to read in a loud voice. Okay, Yusuf, can you read, حبيبي?
teacher بس شو اسمه وصلنا لعند found.
Basically, yes.
Okay. Basically, the whole of the park had a massive pool of magma underneath it.
Measuring
measuring 70 kilometers across by 30 kilometers wide.
Thank you, dear. Okay, look here. Basically, بالأساس, the whole of the park had a massive pool. What's the meaning of massive?
Very big.
Very big. So it's a synonym for what?
Huge.
Enormous and huge.
Enormous, huge, massive, right? Okay.
Very big.
All right. Pay attention to this one. Pay attention to this one. It's a synonym. Pool of magma underneath. What's the meaning of underneath?
Below.
Below. Thank you, Leah. تحت. Under. Yes, dear. Measuring. Look here. 70 kilometers across by 30 kilometers wide. See how enormous is it? See how big is it? Okay, let's go. Or let's continue. Moreover, and I would like who to read. Let me see here. يلا Natalie.
Moreover, they discovered evidence to suggest that the Yellowstone supervolcano erupts every 600,000 years. Unfortunately, its last eruption was well over 600,000 years ago, so it seems that the clock is ticking.
يعني عليكي. Thank you, dear. What's the meaning of moreover?
وعلى على ذلك.
زيادة على ذلك. Yes. يعني to be added. Okay, thank you. Yeah, Vicky, right? I believe it's Vicky.
Yes, teacher.
Yes, thank you. Okay. They
Welcome.
discovered evidence. What's the meaning of evidence?
دليل.
proof.
دليل.
Dali, a clue. Yes, yeah, Yusuf, to suggest. What's the meaning of suggest?
إنه يقترح.
يعني
اقتراح.
عليكي that the Yellowstone super volcano erupts every, see the period, how, okay, how often does the super volcano or the Yellowstone super volcano erupts? Every 600,000 years. Every 600,000 years. Unfortunately, what's the meaning of unfortunately?
للأسف.
لسوء
لسوء
الحظ.
الحظ.
يعني عليكم, its last eruption. Look carefully at this sentence and I want you guys to explain it for me. Okay, to explain it in your words. Its last eruption was well over 600,000 years ago. So it seems that the clock is ticking. See this expression? The clock is ticking. Who can explain it for me? I will take more than one answer, okay? I will take more than one answer. Who would like to answer it? يلا يا جوان.
It means that the last eruption was 600,000 years ago, or over it to be clear. So it seems like it's going to erupt at this moment.
يعني soon, right? It's going to.
Yes.
Thank you. Farah, your explanation.
بس
It says that the last eruption was more than 600,000 years ago, and it might erupt anytime soon now.
يعني عليكي. مهنا, would you like to answer?
راح احكي لك بالعربي.
لا. Try in English. شو رأيك؟
بس هو فيه إشي انفجارات.
Yes.
بس عن صوت المتفجرات يعني.
إيه؟
إنه كلوك.
The clock is ticking. No, this was an expression. ما بدي أنا معناها الحرفي. I want it as an expression. The clock is ticking. يعني ايش هون؟ زي كأنه دقت الساعة يا مهنا.
طيب used to cover matrices and billows.
Not quite right. No, no. All right, Zaina, can I have your explanation?
Yes, teacher, that there is a super volcano that erupted before 600,000 years ago,
Okay.
and so it's very soon to erupt again.
Yes.
That's
Thank
it.
you. Yes, thank you. What about you, Farah?
Teacher, I said my explanation.
Oh, okay. My bad. I am sorry, dear. Okay. So now we can understand that the period of time for this super volcano, for the Yellowstone super volcano, has ended, and now it might explode again. It might, okay, erupt again. So that's why they use that expression. The clock is ticking, as it is in Arabic يا مهنا علشان تفهمها زي كأنها دقت الساعة أو حان الوقت. So be careful. Be careful. All right. Do you guys have any question regarding this exercise, or should we move to our workbooks?
Move to the workbook.
No,
بس
teacher.
صحيح قبل 10 دقائق طلعت من حصة ثواني ورجعت بالغلط.
Okay, no problem there. All right. Let's go to our workbooks on page 49, I believe. Use your English section. Your workbooks. Okay. Use your English exercise A. Here we have another paragraph and it's a very interesting one. Complete the exam task for questions 1 through 8. Read the text below and think of the word which best fits each gap. Use only one word in each gap. Our title is Are You SAD? Are you sad? Here it doesn't mean that you are not feeling happy. That's why they put it in the capital form of the letters, because every single letter, okay, consists of a word, a word that has a meaning, and when they put them together as an expression, they said, are you an SAD person? SAD, right? Sad person. Let us, explain this paragraph and fill the gaps in it. Who would like to start? Let me see hands. Let me see new hands. يلا نور.
Are you SAD? Seasonal affective disorder. SAD is a kind of depression that affects approximately 7% of the UK population every winter. Another form that isn't as serious as SAD affects.
A further until the full stop, until the period.
A further 17% of the population.
Thank you, dear. Let's go back. Seasonal affective disorder. What's the meaning of disorder?
هو الاضطراب.
اضطرابات. Thank you. So seasonal affective disorder means that اضطرابات ايش العاطفية امتى بتكون seasonal؟ شو يعني seasonal؟
موسمية.
يعني عليكي يعني عليكي. Is a kind of depression. What's the meaning of depression?
اكتئاب.
كآبة that affects approximately 7% of the UK population every winter. So when does it happen? In?
Every winter.
In the winter.
And it affects who?
The UK population.
UK population.
Yes, the United Kingdom population. Thank you, dears. Another form that isn't, and here the answer was as, because we are showing a less quality than the other. Serious as SAD affects a further 1,700 of the population. Thank you. Let's continue. And I would like to have, let me see new hands. Oh my God. Where are you guys?
Teacher, can I answer?
Yes, teacher. Sure. A chemical?
Yes, teacher. A chemical imbalance in the brain is caused when there is not enough daylight and sunshine, as is the case in winter, particularly in the northern this is teacher how we can spell it?
Hemisphere.
Hemisphere.
Hemisphere. Thank you. So here our answer is enough, or it might be much too. Okay, and enough is 100% correct. All right, thank you, dear Zena. And let's go back in order to explain. What's the meaning of a chemical imbalance?
غير توازن كيميائي.
اوكي، اللي هي اختلال، يعني ايش التوازن الكيميائي؟ اوكي، ما فيه ايش، فيه اختلال from the word imbalance which is the opposite of balance. البالانس اللي هو التوازن، imbalance اللي هي شيء غير متوازن، واحنا بنحكي عن ايش؟ الكيميكال. So انه التوازن، اختلال في التوازن الكيميائي. Yes, thank you dear. When بيصير هذا? Where does it happen? In the brain, in your brains or in their brains. بعيد الشر عنكم طبعا. Is caused. What's the meaning of caused?
يسبب.
Yes. Okay. When there isn't enough daylight. So what is the reason? What's the cause of it? Because they are not exposed to what?
Daylight and sunshine.
Yes.
Sunshine.
Yes, because they do not see the light, they do not see the sun, as is the case in winter. That's why it happens in winter, particularly in the northern. See how do I say it? Northern hemisphere. What's the meaning of northern hemisphere?
الإشي الشمالي.
الشمال من
الشمالي بقى. Okay, and what's the meaning of
الكرة
hemisphere?
الأرض.
نصف
الكرة الأرضية.
الشمالي. Thank you. Have you guys heard of something? When we say there are some countries in the world that do not see the sun for almost 4 or 6 months?
Yes, teacher. It's in Russia.
Yes, teacher.
In Russia.
يعني عليكم. So these people, okay, mostly, okay, they have the SAD illness, because they do not experience the sun, or they do not see the sunlight or the light. All right, let's continue. The imbalance. The imbalance, يا فرح.
The imbalance then leads to a range of physical and mental symptoms.
Thank you. What's the meaning of symptoms?
الأعراض.
الأعراض. Yes. So this imbalance, هذا عدم التوازن، بقود لإيش؟ أعراض من حيث الناحية الفيزيائية أو الجسدية and the mental اللي هي العقلية. يوسف, continue. The most common.
Yes, teacher. The most common symptoms are feeling down and depressed.
Depressed, yes.
Being less interested in doing things. Eating too much. Waking up in the night. Waking up earlier usual. كمل.
إيش؟ up earlier. إيش؟
Up earlier than
you should. Okay, being continued.
Being more tired than usual.
Than usual. Yes.
كمان
Yes. Experiencing
headaches, stomach problems, feeling snowed under and unable to cope, and worrying.
Okay, يلا يلا, it's okay. Continue. And worrying
too much about little things.
Thank you, dear. So here are the symptoms, okay, regarding this kind of illness, which is seasonal affective disorder. Okay, let me ask you the meaning of snowed under. This is an expression, dears. Feeling snowed under. Does anyone know?
إنه زي اللي ما معهم خبر بشيء.
Okay, maybe in here, okay, this is the meaning of it, but in its general meaning, it means having too much to do, having a lot of work to do. Okay, so he feels that, okay, I have a lot of things to do, but I don't know, okay, what things may I do first, and then okay, so he feels, or this person feels that he's what? He's lost, and he's unable to cope, مش قادر إنه يتأقلم, and he's too worried, okay, about little things, about details. Thank you, dears. Let's continue the last paragraph before our time is up. Yalla. Okay, let me see. I want a quick student. Yalla, ya Natalie. Go ahead.
For many people, SAD is such a serious illness that it prevents them from focusing normally.
Thank you, dear. And yalla, I'll have Zena, the last one. Yalla.
The most effective form of treatment is light therapy. During the winter months, an average of 1 to 2 hours per day of exposure to very bright light is enough to help most sufferers. Once spring arrives, and with it the sunshine, life gradually returns to normal for SAD sufferers.
Thank you. So here they tell us that the only treatment for that is that is the light therapy. So when they are exposed, لما بتعرضوا bright light, okay, it's either from the sun or any other source of light, they return, or their life gradually returns to normal. Their life returns to normal. All right, unfortunately your time is up, guys. I will and for the next class, please prepare the writing section, which is regarding writing a story. For the meantime, I will leave you for the next class. You guys have a nice day, and I'll see you tomorrow.